Prick! Oh.
Welcome to episode 2. Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Project 300 on this Nissan 300ZX. We're here today at Skuzzle Motorsport once again with Nick. So we've got 3 things to cover today, Nick, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got some very special custom brakes that you've been working on,
Correct.
in my essence. Some suspension from
MeisterR.
lovely, and the brain of this 300ZX here, which is from
Motorsport Electronics
Awesome.
ME442.
tasty. Nick wants to explain the technical side of everything that's gone into the custom brakes specifically today as well. We're going to show you around suspension too, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy this episode and keep tuned in. So Nick, you've got some MeisterR suspension there, GC1s.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you came about and why you chose that exact product.
Basically, I phoned up Jerick from MeisterR
Yeah.
and mentioned the project, and he got really excited and instantly said, "You have to try our GC1s." So, you know, we came to a bit of a deal, and I've been sent out a set of GC1s. Now they're custom built specifically for this project, so the valving in the shock, the spring rate, everything's been designed by Jerick specifically for a fast road car that's going to hopefully be able to achieve 300 kilometres an hour. Jerick is the man in the UK in the know,
Yeah.
and if he tells me it's good, then you know it's going to be good.
So Nick has just finished fitting the suspension and the arms. He's now going to go and grab the custom brakes that he's been working on, which he's very excited to show you all. They are an awesome bit of kit, and he's done a lot of custom work to make them fit. So lots of fabrication in there as well. So for all you geeks who love all that sort of stuff, this next bit's really cool.
Oh, I've forgotten what I was even saying now. Oh yeah, brakes, them things. So you might remember from the first episode that one of the biggest issues we had with the car was the brakes, which were just pretty much shocking, to be honest. So I've been doing quite a bit of work in the background trying to come up with a better plan to get the brakes on point for something that's going to be close to 200 mile an hour. So I'll start with this. This is the original front caliper from the Nissan. And what I've managed to find is this bad boy, which is a Brembo from an Evo 8, which you can see is quite a lot bigger, which is always good. So to go with that, standard disc from a 350Z, bolt straight on, but is also bloody heavy. Quite a bit bigger than the original. Bigger's always better. Bigger it is, the more heat we can dissipate, and the quicker we can stop. So basically the biggest problem is how to mount the caliper. So we've got the size of the discs. What I need to do first really is find the radius of it, so from the center point to the outside, which is half the diameter, nice and easy. So that's original's 140, the new one is going to be 162. So now if we take the caliper, you can see there's 2 mounting holes, which are going to be on a kind of radius of some sort, and what we've got is really useful is the back of the original pad, which lines up with the outside edge of the disc. So if we take a measurement from the back of the pad, approximately, if I can get in there, out to that bolt, it gives us about 67 mil, approximately, give or take. So I'm going to write that down. I'm then also going to do the same measurement on this one, which gives us about 87 mil. Right, next we need 2 more measurements. The distance between the hole centres, approximately 100mm on that one. And then we come over to this one, and we do the same there. $158. Right. So those are the quick dimensions we need to get started. And what I'll do is I'll disappear to the computer to SolidWorks and draw that up properly. But effectively, if you look at my piece of paper, what we're going to end up with is centre reference, 2 circles, something like that. That one is going to be 67mm to the outside. That one's going to be 87mm to the outside. And then we're going to have a point there and a point there, where the distance between those is going to be 100mm. And then we're going to have a point about there and a point about there, where the distance between those will be 158mm. And then from that we can start working out hole locations. Cool. So we designed it on SolidWorks, 3D printed one just to see what would happen. Throw that one away. And that's the one from the mill, made out of aluminium, ready to roll. So, should we attempt to fit it all up and see if it's worked?
Oh yeah.
Cool, well follow me then. There's a little trick I learned a while back. If you get a wheel nut, you can wind it on there, which seems like it takes forever, and all that'll do is take all the play out of it, so you've got a nice solid disc to work with.
Okay, so we have some progress. Suspension is all done, and look at these brakes. They're absolutely mental. They're bigger than my head. So as it stands with this, pretty much everything is good to go. The Evo brake lines, surprisingly, are pretty much an exact fit, which is pretty cool. So Nick's going to order some Evo brake lines to test and make sure that they all go. I mean, they even slot into the placeholders for the brake lines too. So that's all good news. Only a few little stumbling blocks, as you would expect on a car that's 20 plus years old, sees bolts, the usual stuff. But other than that, all we got to do now, these 4 mil spacers are essentially just going to slot on, and that's so that the wheel can go on, because without them, there was some interference there with this part of the caliper. So yeah, wheel's going to go back on, car's going to go back down, see how it looks, and then we'll move on to the next thing. It's going well.
So this right here is what we're going to be focusing on, I think, for the next episode. It's the Motorsport Electronics ME442 ECU. Pretty much brand new. I mean, they've been out a couple of months now, I guess, but pretty much all singing, all dancing, we'll do everything. So we're looking really excited to get this installed and working, and see if we can extract a bit more power out of the engine.
Right, so, and with that, that is pretty much us wrapped up. The next episode is most likely going to be on ECU, which is going to be quite cool to see. We'll try and screen grab you some of the tuning side of things as well and the setting up. And for now, I guess thank you for watching. So much more to happen with the car, so many more improvements and so many big achievements to be made. But progression is here, and we're hopefully not going to leave it so long for the next video to come. So thank you so much for watching once again, and we will see you soon. Peace!